Hello and welcome to this video series where we're checking out submissions, the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. This time we will have a look at Trials of the Mage by unitycoder_com. That's an awfully generic name. Well, let's have a look at the description here. Trials of the Mage, my entry for the Dungeoncrawler Jam 2023. Due to limited time spent, there are no item drops. It was planned to have spell scrolls being dropped or found from dungeons. So now you just need to look carefully on the walls to find two opposite spells, which was the theme idea, to have opposite spells for opposite enemies. Okay, quite. Left mouse controls, I guess. Quite. Maybe that's a language I don't know. Left mouse button, draw into rune board to cast spells. Ah, center on screen. Okay. WSD move, Q and E rotate, M music on off, escape menu. Okay. And bunch of credits. Alright. All the resources used. Alright, well. Let's jump into the game then. Well. And here we are. Hark, young mage, your training nears its end, but there's one final challenge that awaits thee. Pass this last test, and the coveted title of mage shall be thine. You shall be transported henceforth to a humble dungeon where thou must prove thy mettle and survive its perils to claim thy prize. An official mage hat shall be granted to thee upon successful completion of this task. Fortune favors the bold, so steel thyself and prepare for the trials ahead. May the arcane energies guide thee to victory, young mage. Alright, and we have a look at the credits here, but the same as on the page. Begin trial. Greetings, adventurer. Before embarking on your journey through the world of magic and mystery, there are a few things that you should know. Yeah, controls. Hold the left mouse button down at the center and move mouse across runes to casting spells. You discover spells in the way. Keep your eyes open. Look for the mage hat to complete trial. Let's go. Okay. Instant movement. Ah, we're taking damage if... Ah, we are attacked! What is this supposed to mean? Right up, and a 4. I don't see any arrow to the right, like this thing. Off to a great start. 1 second, I will just increase the volume a bit. I think the music is a bit loud and the sound is a bit not loud enough. North, east, south, west. Oh, it's the center. I didn't see that. Okay. So that, and then top, and then 4. But I think we are attacked. Ah no, every time I try a spell, we basically take damage. Yeah, okay. Burn! Alright, so let's talk about the perspective and the controls real quick. So I think the perspective is perfect. We can see the tiles, the walls on the left and right. We can see right now, for example, that left is blocked and right is somewhere where we can go to. We can also strafe into that direction. The controls, I mean, it's instant transition, so there's not a problem, and here we don't have any problems. So perspective and controls are perfect. The only complaint I have here is that the Is there something on the wall? The only complaint I have here is that the floor and the wall texture are too generic. And with generic, I don't even mean that that it's all stone, which is also maybe a bit of a problem. But I mean that when we move forward, nothing changes. So it would be better if there was just a little bit of change so that you would feel like you're doing step by step. So it might be enough already. Like this is a pattern which I think might repeat every tile size, right? And if this pattern did not quite repeat every tile size, then it would feel like, okay, it's slightly different every time. And this might already be enough, because I guess this is a 3D engine. And this is not just textures. I mean, we had these 3D object enemies roaming around, so yeah. Oh! That's okay, nice. We can also bump into things. Wrong. Burn! Okay, the dungeon is a bit more complex than I thought it would be. Well, not complex, just big. There seem to be only walls, nothing else. Ah, so this is Fire Dude, right? And Fire Dude is getting healed by our fire spells, so... And we are dead. I think the it might have not been the best idea to... Yeah... We basically need to have the mouse centered to start the spell right away. Or I think it's not working if the mouse is here at the start. Then the first selection is basically ignored. We need to start somewhere that we can activate that. Right? I mean, this is always the first thing, but if it needs some time to recognize that it's on this field. That was my... Let's just die and restart. Oh. Okay, then the game just dies. Imagine... Okay. I need to restart the game. Yeah. Might take a bit until it shows up on here somewhere. Alright, there it is. And how are we supposed to find the other spell? It's a bit... Yeah, you have to be slow. You have to... When you open that, you have to wait a bit until it works. I mean, essentially we just need to find the head, right? So maybe we don't even need the other spell, but of course it would be nice if we could check it out. Ah, we can just we can just run around them. We cannot run through them. Ah, no, it worked with the other one, not with this one. Ah, okay. So once there... yeah, there's the head. So we made it. Congratulations, young mage. By surviving the treacherous trials of the dungeon, you have proven your skill and mastery of the arcane arts. You have earned the right to call yourself a mage, and the official mage hat is now yours to wear with pride. May it remind you always of the challenges you have overcome and the power you now wield. Go forth and use your newfound abilities to shape the world as only a true mage can. Alright. I will try to find the other thing. So, the way I managed to go there was basically... the enemies have an animation when they are leaving their own tile. The moment I think they attack, they go forward, and at that moment the tile is not blocked anymore. And that way you can then just go past them. Sometimes there are little details like there is a little grainy spot on this thing. No idea about this other spell. Maybe that's also in the first room. Or maybe there's something in the... Let me just restart the game and check in the first room again. Maybe it's there and I just didn't see that. Nope. There's also some scribbling here on the wall. Huh. Okay, no idea. Let me quickly check the comments. Maybe I find it there. Alright, so there is a comment by Ilios Games. Thanks for that. And he is saying that, or she, that it was very hard to find the spell, but it's center, this and this. Okay. So let's try and get it that way. Alright. No, the other way. No, Yeah, I think we are dead already. But we have seen... We have seen the options now. And I mean, I already won the game before, so... Brrr. Okay. Begin trial. So, yeah, perspective and movement are perfect. The sound environment, I think, is also very good. The graphics... Well, 1 second. We need to kill someone. Die! The graphics, I think... yeah, I mean, obviously this is very... Everything is the same, which is a problem. And as I mentioned, like, when you're moving around, there should be a slight change, so that you have an idea that you're actually moving forward. I mean, if you were in a long corridor with no different structure, it would seem like you were not moving at all. So, there should be a little bit of a change of, obviously the enemies are just like placeholder things with eyes. So yeah, on the graphics side, not too convincing, but I guess, I mean, the developer mentioned that he ran out of time, so alright. Regarding the spells, I think it's a nice idea. I think we've seen that in a few games, and I think, was it Nox? I'm not sure which it was. I think generally it's a nice thing. One issue I have with that is like the wait at the beginning. It doesn't register the first one right away, so you have to wait a little bit until it works, because otherwise, like this. This time. Now it does work. But I don't know why, how exactly. Weird. Pretty sure that sometimes it didn't work in the beginning, but now it does. Yeah. But I mean, I showed you before, maybe when you're moving, maybe not if you're completely in the center, I'm not sure. But you can just like scroll around in the video, and I think when I started talking about that, I had also one time when it didn't work. That was me. In any case, I think maybe it could be a little bit differently. Like, I think to have this, maybe if you press the button, then the mouse is automatically centered to the middle of the screen, to the center of the screen, and then you have nothing in the middle, but only like 2 rows to the outside, and then you select something there, and basically a path through these things. I think that would have been the like more intuitive route, where also the like you can't. There's less which can go wrong when you're casting the spell. Yeah, of course, regarding the content, very, very basic. At least you could win the game, but yeah, not much in there. Regarding the duality, yes, you have ice and fire. It's there, but I also wouldn't say that it's like a very strong thing dominating the game, and this is a very unique game because of that. So yeah, I mean, the theme is there, but it's not necessarily a strong point. So that's Trials of the Mage by unitycoder_.com, and if you want to check it out, you will find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page. And if you're interested in checking out other videos I published so far, you will also find a playlist with all the entries I published so far. And of course, you can also subscribe to not miss any of the new videos. And with that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.